It's Dave Ray with Raygun.com and DR Performance Shooting. I'm going to show you how to weigh a charge and a technique that will help your scale be a little bit more accurate than the tenth of a grain delineation that they've all got on them. So I'm loading on a Dillon 650. I find the easiest way to adjust a powder charge on the scale is to have the press completely empty of primers and cases. So I can take one case, throw a charge, put it in the pan on the scale, and repeat without having to worry about primers shooting out the bottom or whatever. On some of the other presses it's a little easier, but this one it seems to work best this way. So what I'm going to do is weigh 4 charges, and that actually gets me down to 1/4 of a tenth accuracy. We can really dial in the charge pretty well. So my charge is at 10.8 grains right now. I want to get to 11. So what I'm going to do is put this empty case, it has a primer in it, as you can see. I'm going to put that in station 2, which is where the powder charge comes from, and then I'm going to adjust the powder bar up a certain amount. I know I'm using this Unique Tech powder bar micrometer, which makes this adjustment really easy, but the standard powder bar would work fine too. You just nudge it a little bit at a time to get the adjustment, but I'm going to use a known amount. I've got some notes here that suggests a value to go to, so I'm going to step around here and adjust the powder bar up just a hair to 3.19 on mine. And then I'm going to throw 4 charges, like so. There's 1. Okay. And that's going to go in the pan. Be careful not to spill any out so you get an accurate measurement. Case goes back in. 2. So it helps to sort of pre-dial in the weight that you're going for on the scale, and then you can nudge your adjustments around from there to figure out exactly where you're at. So we're going to watch this move a little, and we're a little bit light on the charge. But not quite by 1/4 of a grain. So figure out how much we need to adjust. Yeah, so I am at 43.5, so I need to come up, you know, about 1/10 of a grain, a little more than 1/10 of a grain total. So on my powder bar, I know that that's roughly 4/1000ths of an adjustment, so we'll go up about that much real quick. One thing I didn't do there that I should do though is throw a charge back. Anytime you adjust the powder bar, throw a charge back up into the hopper so that you can get the reliable charge weight. And do this one more time, but I think you get the idea that you just kind of repeat this and adjust as you need to. Pretty simple. I've found that these Dillon powder measures are really pretty repeatable, pretty accurate. So once you kind of set up your charge, I don't feel a need to really check it a bunch while I'm loading. I pretty well trust it at this point. So yeah, so I'm going to move this back to 0/10 and bump us up to 44 here. And it's pretty darn close. Right on the money. There we go. So that's how I adjust powder charge on my press and get it pretty darn accurate down to 1/4 of a tenth of a grain. So that's about it.